Exxon is trying to stay out of politics, and the matter is getting political. Let us explain. Exxon prohibits what it calls external position flags outside its offices, such as pride flags, Black Lives Matter flags. They only allow the stars and stripes. Now, the company's Pride chapter will not represent Exxon in an upcoming Pride event because it won't fly the Pride flag. Radio podcast host Tony Katz joining us now. All right, so I guess this is a company just being a company rather than trying to be a vehicle for social change. How is that going to fly?
Not very well, because everything that we see involving the gay pride flag, which now covers a lot of things I can't even keep up with. This is Hydra. You will comply. Are you ready to comply? You need to comply. The flag is now this political symbol, and it has a political ideology attached to it. And a lot of people just want to run their company. And a lot of people who work at these companies just want to go to work and live their lives and not have to make some kind of grand gesture. But flying the flag, showing the flag, displaying the flag, and not only this, whether it's a Black Lives Matter flag or a whole bunch of other things, is proof that you're a good, decent person, as opposed to just being a good, decent person. And that's what they're going to say, and that's what they are saying that Exxon is guilty of. They're guilty of not showing enough love, who they hire, how diverse they are, positions. None of that matters. If you're not flying the flag, it doesn't count.
All right, so play this out, though. At some point, the CEO says that's the way it's going to be. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. People say they're going to quit. He says fine. And people don't quit in the same way nobody went to Canada after President Trump won, and nobody's going to quit Twitter because Elon Musk buys it. And everybody moves on, and the media gets tired of talking about whether or not Exxon has a pride flag, right?
No, not at all. If you stand up, things can go on as normal. Now, Netflix stood up for Dave Chappelle when he was being attacked for no reason, but Netflix did other things that caused that stock price to drop. Disney tried to stay out of it, and then a cabal of people on the top leadership decided that this was the single most important thing in the world. Stockholders, shareholders be damned, the employees be damned, because they might hire 80,000 people, but there's no way of knowing that 80,000 people all agree with Disney's stance here. The massive pressure campaign will be on to ensure fealty, to ensure loyalty. If people, you're talking earlier about Trump and his endorsements. If people think that Trump demands loyalty, check out the people who demand that you fly this flag or any flag they decide, or any banners that they decide. Wow.
The only thing I wonder, and we saw this sort of happen with the cancel culture that happened during BLM at some level, that once a group is unable to continue to consume scalps, when somebody finally stands up and says enough is enough, and the way that Netflix did, the group trying to cancel everybody realizes that their power disappears as soon as someone stands up to them, because then everybody else stands up to them. I'm wondering why, if you're the CEO of Exxon, you fold here.
The pressure is unbelievable, man. The pressure from your friends, the pressure from your kids, the pressure that you get from other cable outlets. This stuff is massive, and it's happening everywhere. Standing up, I agree with you. We all agree. Standing up is the only thing you can do and say, we're just going to run a company and we're going to treat people well. If that's not enough, well, then you can go start your own oil company.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the CEO of Exxon perhaps has friends is at a country club where there's not that kind of pressure, but we shall see. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.